All right, let's dive into a really core concept for your GCSE biology exam, the principles of organization. Seriously, if you can get your head around this, the whole topic just clicks. So let's get started. So imagine this. How would you build a living thing from scratch? I mean, where would you even begin? It sounds mind-blowingly complex, right? But here's the cool part. Biology has this incredibly elegant step-by-step blueprint. And that blueprint is exactly what we're going to break down today. So here's our plan. We'll start with the big picture, what biological organization actually is. Then we're going to build our organism from the ground up, level by level. We'll go from cells to tissues to organs and then organ systems. And to wrap it all up, we'll look at exactly why this is so important for your exam. So first up, what even is biological organization? Well, when you boil it all down, it's the hierarchy that nature uses to build all complex multicellular life, like you, me, or a tree, from really simple starting parts. It's like the ultimate instruction manual for life.
And this is it. This is the whole hierarchy. Don't worry about memorizing it all in one go. We're going to start right down at the bottom with number 1, cells, and just work our way up. You'll see how each level is literally built from the one right below it.
Okay, let's get to it. Level 1, cells. The easiest way to think about these, they're like the individual Lego bricks of life. You can't build anything without them.
And that right there is the official definition you'll see in the AQA specification. It's super simple, but it's so powerful. Every single living thing is made of cells. This is our ground zero, our fundamental starting point.
Right, you've got your Lego bricks. What do you do next? Well, you start grouping them together to build something, maybe a wall. In biology, we call that wall a tissue. It's all about teamwork.
Now pay close attention to the key words here. A tissue isn't just a random pile of cells. It's a group of similar cells all working together on one single function. Those 3 words are absolutely key for your exam answers.
To make this a bit more real, let's think about plants. The epidermal tissue? That's kind of like the plant's skin, a layer of similar cells all working to protect it. Or the palisade mesophyll? That's a tissue jam-packed with chloroplasts, where every single cell has one job, doing as much photosynthesis as possible. Perfect examples of tissues in action.
Okay, so we've gone from single cells to tissues. The next step up this ladder is the organ. This is where different teams, different tissues, come together to achieve an even bigger, more complex goal.
The key word here is aggregations. Now that's just a fancy way of saying a collection or a gathering. So an organ is just a collection of different tissues, all working together on one big, specific function.
Let's take the stomach, for example. It's an organ, but it's made of lots of different tissues. You've got muscle tissue to churn the food, glandular tissue to make the digestive juices, and epithelial tissue to create the lining. See? Different tissues, one organ, one big job. And it's the same for a plant's leaf. It's an organ made up of all those tissues we just mentioned. We are almost at the top of our pyramid. We've got our organs. So what happens when you group together a bunch of different organs that are all contributing to one massive process? Well, you get an organ system. You could think of these as the different departments within the big company that is, well, you. And this definition really brings it all home. The stomach doesn't work in isolation, right? It's part of a huge team of organs. You've got the esophagus, the intestines, the liver, and together they form the digestive system, all of them working together to process food for the entire organism. So you have the digestive system to get nutrients, the respiratory system for gas exchange, the circulatory system to move it all around. You get the idea. These are all organ systems. And yes, even a plant has its own transport system, with the roots, stem, and leaves all working in concert.
Okay, so we've built our organism from a single cell all the way up. But why is this specific hierarchy so important for your GCSE? Let's get really clear on what the examiners are actually looking for here.
This is taken word for word from the AQA specification, and the phrase you need to notice is size and scale. They don't just want a list of the levels, they want you to prove you understand how they relate to each other, how they get bigger and more complex.
So let's be super precise about this jump in scale. A cell is one single unit. A tissue is a large group of those similar cells. And an organ? That's a structure made from multiple different types of tissue. It's being able to explain that increase in scale and complexity at each step that's going to get you the top marks. So if you only remember one thing, make it this. It's a hierarchy. Just lock in that sequence. Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, organs make up organ systems, and those systems make up the whole organism. Each step is built from the one before it, and it gets bigger and more complex as you climb the ladder. That's the whole idea in a nutshell.
And that leads us to a final thought. This hierarchy we've talked about, it's the perfect blueprint for a healthy, functioning organism. But what happens when one of those levels fails? What if a group of cells starts to go wrong? And that question is what connects this really fundamental topic to everything else you're going to learn about health, disease, and medicine.